This is Hitman Bingo. Hello everyone and welcome to this match of the Hitman Bingo tournament. This is a round 2 match between MattySpice04 and CurryMaker, and we will have Hokkaido followed by Hokkaido, which is guaranteed. But not a third Hokkaido, but we'll get to that later if we get to a decider, which would be Sapienza. But it is the usual first 1.5 point format, or whoever wins after 2 maps format, of course. And very much looking forward to this, I think, 4th match of the tournament. And I have a co-caster with me as well. Welcome, Yanni.
Hello, hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Indeed, you're right. 4th match of the tournament. We've seen 3 so far. And yeah, double Hokkaido first. Players here are content with the map choice, so at least like both should be experienced on the map. I hope at least. Otherwise, I would question their sanity. But yeah, looking pretty good.
Yeah, the other aspect is that neither of them have practiced for the match, and Hokkaido is a tougher
but I think
one.
I think that's normal though. I think most people will like it. It's a new format. You have to figure it out as we go. But yeah,
Also true.
gonna be great.
Hokkaido being one of the more unique maps, I would say, because of the keycard system, and players use it so much. But this is default loadout, which means the pistol, the fiber wire, and the coins. No key hackers in there. And the timer has started, so here is the first board. So of course the match admin has a bit of during preparation he could see the board. I'm not sure if you looked at the board,
I didn't really look at the board. No, I just it's not really like roulette where you have to check the spin or something if it's correct. So I just copy pasted it and I didn't have a look at it at all. So yeah, I'll have to examine it as well.
Perfectly understandable. And yeah, 15 tiles will take a while to read for the players and the casters as well.
Yeah, it's a lot. I think it's just really hard to get an overview, especially like so quickly. So it's really a lot of improv. Just like scan the board like really quickly to the starter location and just get in, and then improvise along as you go. I mean, as much as in practice, I like to think about these boards 3, 4, 5 minutes. Just in a match, it's not really feasible to do that. You have to be quick on your feet. But we already do see 2 different starting locations. Mo starting in the morgue, actually taking out the security guard here, and looks like Matty is going for an early Yuki isolation. Interestingly enough, not choosing to shoot the gondola, but going for the standard roulette isolation. But it didn't work. She was still bumped, so she didn't react to the show.
Yeah, it's going to cost him time, and it's important to mention that in Bingo, any methods are fine, or as in any, but of course the ones that are any in contracts mode as well. And now second try, Matty will shoot the gondola once to get the target locked down, and then 2 more shots to bring it down once Yuki steps in, and that should be the first kill of the night.
You apparently missed a shot, but there we go. Yeah,
perfect.
That's the kill down. No tiles marked yet. No challenges completed, but that should be coming along too. Hokkaido is also not the biggest map, so I mean, there's a lot of them that can be tough though, so it's not trivial for sure.
As for Hokkaido, there is always the question of how many hospital tiles do we have to mark, and Curry starts with the stem cell pump, which is probably one of the easier ones because it's basically the morgue and not much you have to trespass. So row number 5 is the one that he's starting with, or column 3, of course.
Yeah, I mean, it could be interesting. There are 3 disguises there: Resort Security, Doctor, Handyman. Doctor not the easiest disguise to get, but definitely possible. So could be something to be considered. We'll see what players will do. No tiles should be too hard. So like really a lot of possibilities, of course. With 2 lines and 12 possible lines to choose from. Well, you can calculate it yourself, but it's a lot of possibilities. Ooh, and MattySpice trying to get behind that guard, but stuttered a bit, so without him getting wooshed, and then still try to KO him, and I mean he would have probably been spotted anyway. But yeah, that resulted in him ripping and psycho, and that's another restart. And meanwhile, Mo did increase the sauna temperature.
And I was just going to say that we have discussed row number 5, but it is probably this third column, which is much more fortunate because sauna is textbook, and the frying pan would be probably an isolation in the kitchen. But I mean, you can find plenty of non-trespassing disguises, so he can definitely get that first one. But the second one remains, of course, in question, as Matty also just after the restart goes to the gondola kill and one objective, but no tiles for him.
Yep. We'll see. Mo is now thinking a bit. Looks like Matty might go for his first tile with start a fire. Ooh, that was very close.
Oh wow! So
that was a full bush ball.
Of course, the two shots make him panic and probably lose the enforcer status, but he also, the climbing was a hostile area, which is kind of inconsistent, but this part it was hostile, so close call, but green guns are kept for Matty.
Yeah, just worked, but you know, definitely quite close in another full bush bar. Matty is living a bit on the
and that too much, yeah.
And yeah, that's okay. That's he pushed a bit too much there.
Not too many
that's gonna be
calls.
At last.
Curry gets a frying pan, but opts not to KO these chefs. Of course, they kind of keep looking for each other, so maybe just going for a different KO, and it could be a Yuki kill soon on the card.
Yep. Might be very much the case. But definitely first gonna collect the kill list. So yeah, we might look at both what we both of the lines we had a look at the row 5 column 3. Could be a possibility.
Yeah, I think Doctor is the only challenging tile from those two lines, and even that it's of course not the end of the world, just takes a bit longer.
Yep, definitely agree. I mean, you know, in like a match, it's definitely not about finding out which lines are the best. You know, which would save you a half a minute, just to get in there as fast as possible and just do any lines that you might or might not be comfortable with. Well, doesn't really matter. Just improvise as you go. I think that's a really cool thing about this game mode.
Exactly.
Now it's gonna take advantage of his earlier increase of the sun temperature, and it's gonna lock Yuki into there.
I think second time we see this cinematic kill, but of course, yeah, in Bingo the any method is just so great because it's kind of scripted for the players to be easier and more essay proof. So I mean, I can't really blame players for using gondola and so on.
It takes a while, but it's an accident kill and stuff, so you really don't want to leave too many bodies around in this game mode. You really don't.
So that is one objective down. The other would be Solars with the wallbang. It's obviously the easier kill later in the run.
I mean, he did start in the morgue, so I'm a bit surprised he didn't do that first. But, you know, can definitely also do it later. He has a frying pan in hand, so should definitely not be too much of a problem with looking for Doctor in Disguise here. In the meantime, MattySpice going for that wallbang. Should have both targets down, but he still needs at least 8 tiles marked.
Yeah.
So.
And he's close.
Oh no!
Wow.
No, caught him in a very. He waited for the head turn cycle, but then punched at the wrong second, and that's gonna be a side kill, and he's gonna lose all his tiles. Man, he was doing really well.
And that just changes the match so much because Curry was I think he was aware of the lead, but it is gone now, and we had a couple of seconds where Matty had a few minute lead, but he also had to restart, so back to even and 37 minutes to go.
Oh my, this is gonna turn out to be interesting. And then after this first one, we're gonna get another bingo card on Hokkaido, so it's gonna get mixed up a bit more then. But yeah, I'm gonna be interested. Like, I haven't really seen Matty. I'm not sure what Matty's gonna go for. We have only seen him start a fire so far, and it doesn't really say much. Could be anything, you know.
Yeah, the fire and to the morgue with Yuki down and the Erich Soder's wallbang is not... Like, you can get a lot of things from that, and knowing the fire, it would be row number 4. You can get a cleaver in the morgue. The public journal would be a bit further away from there, though.
That's a lot of stuff. But I do think it's interesting that they both seem to stick to their approaches. Matty is going to go for the targets first, pretty much, and well, start the fire along the way. Mo we haven't seen yet, and Mo, really like let the targets leave for now and just looks to be doing the same thing as before, with column 3 and row 5. But let's see if he used up a lot of time before killing Yuki in the last attempt, so maybe he's gonna be a bit faster here with some optimization. But have to be careful with the Enforcer here.
Great insight in chat as, it's another restart by Matty, but I think there was some reorganizing of his plan this time around, because I think he wanted to drain the stem cell pump, so going for column 3 again, but Sodas was down already, and I didn't know either that some of those prompts, of course, don't work on dead targets.
Right. Very good point, and also maybe I asked myself earlier why Mo did not kill Sodas already, because he wanted to drain stem cell pump. Makes perfect sense. And this is a bad spot to get him. Ooh, that's gonna be hurt. Yep. Second time Mo's gonna fail to trying to get a doctor now. Let's think of something else there. That's apparently not working.
Don't mind me, I just refresh the stream every time he restarts, because for some reason I keep getting buffers without any drop frames or anything. But
for once my internet is better than it works better.
Yeah, let's go. Maybe you should pick it up from map number 2. It would be a rare switch up. It is back-to-back Hokkaido, so they aren't free of this map after the first one, and it's probably just make it even more likely that we see a 1-1 time for the first time. Well, we'll see.
Could be. I'd be interested to see the decider, how that would play out. Matty got often away with that fire starting, shooting, climbing down thingy. But this time he ripped. So yeah, both on the pause screens right now. It is quite a bit of a thing that does happen. Does happen in Bingo a bit more often. Players just sit on the pause screen and look something up or think about something, because it is really a lot to wrap your brain around, and there's also a lot of information to digest and hit maps to use.
And apparently they are rethinking their strategies, because there aren't any set ways so far, because I haven't seen a lot of progress. I mean, I guess Curry was kind of close with... Was that...
close. I mean, he has 3 tiles down, yeah. But it still looks like he's going for the same beginning. He got the drain stem cell pump, but I think he's going to change up a little bit now to get a bit more efficient tiles. MattySpice stream went offline for a second there.
For me as well. So yeah, I guess it is a bit global. Yeah.
But yeah, should be fine. Should be back up.
Unlucky. Matty shot it too early, and the gondola went down without Yuki, so it's no kill. Obviously not a round ripping thing, but if you don't get a kill in 10 seconds, then it's better just restart.
Well, you have to comment at Matty without me for a bit. I'm getting the second ad on his channel. So.
Perfect.
And now disconnected from the bingo room, so that's not good.
I guess as long as you rejoin as match admin, that might.
I mean, yeah, you can rejoin. So
Matty.
I don't know.
Matty is connected.
Matty is connected. So his G's back up, but he's not in the bingo room anymore. But I hope he will reconnect soon. He seems to be having some issues.
I had similar experiences when I let my phone go to sleep, I guess, after a couple of minutes.
Getting locked or something. Yeah.
Yeah, and upon unlocking, you get back to the room, but Not sure how the tiles will work out.
I mean, this is interesting. He has no reconnect method, so he's disconnected, but he marked tiles.
Okay, so it's probably the phone case.
Yeah. Oh well, now he reconnected and then reveals the card again. That's funny, but yeah, okay. So that's all working. I don't have to worry about the internet, so that's good.
Very good.
But let's see what Mo is doing here. He's in the kitchen for the first time. Not for the first time, but
he's staying there for the first time because he wanted to. So of course he earlier runs he could just get the frying pan and leave, but he got held up by the enforcer, so a bit of a setback.
Into what's happening, and it's interesting that Matty did chose another approach this time. He did not go in for the fire thing again, but this time he went to grab a patient disguise. So let's see if what he's gonna go for next. Looks to be the hospital director, which is interesting. Is that a tile even? Yeah, that is a tile. Okay, that's 1-5. So yeah, might go for BLTR for the diagonal.
Yeah. I think the common point in this one is the third column, because I can, even though Matty didn't go for the fire right away, he has already completed it so many times, and there's another gasoline drum, so don't really see that be difficult. And then of course row 1 would be then the overlapping with the sauna.
Yep, that might very well be. I think that's a very good point. Yeah, I mean, it's just really hard to see which lines are good to go for, when you're in the heat of a match. Just,
yeah.
Like it's that feeling after roulette. I could have done this, but like 100 times worse.
Yeah.
Because there's so many opportunities.
In roulette, you have the couple routes you can choose between, and this is well at least 12 the lines, and of course you can switch the order between them if it's not optimized. So
yep, and then the combination. So you have 144. No, not 144. Oh yeah, whatever combinations. And it's interesting. So he did now start the fire without the handyman being there, which makes it a bit easier. So I mean, actually, Matty is in the lead a bit for here. He has one more tile.
3-2. Of course, Curry with slightly more experience in the second half of the run, and I think he really wants to get this doctor now. He once again getting to this room. And now shooting some icicles. I think that's a replan. Or I mean,
that's
a new plan. Sorry, like this replan.
Yeah. Interesting. Maybe he's gonna go for row 2. Could be a thing.
It's likely not column 5 because the two TVs you have to be VIP patients to get into those rooms, and the hospital director might just be away by now.
Yep, that might very well be the case. So I don't think so either. I do not think so.
And Curry is going for the fire, just the other gasoline drum, but someone is leaving this room. Who was looking at Curry.
I think the icicle drop, but It's a bit interesting. Oh, there we go. That is a fire. So they're both working on column 3 here.
Yeah, this is very interesting to me, that half their run is going to be identical with one line is going to be the same, but the other one is the race between different approaches, and that's a miss. Interesting.
Mo missing the show. Wanted to pacify the heli pilot, but that did not work out like he wanted to.
But it made the heli pilot turn away, so that's something.
Yeah, that's interesting actually. He just, god, Mo
gets out of the situation. Oh, green guys.
Wow, man, wow.
But he's coming.
And the heli pilot has to leave. Like he's acting as the toilet, and the guard comes in. Oh my god!
And Curry escapes again. Incredible.
And he woke the other guard up. Why? What the heck is happening there?
Nice. 2 vacant enforcers. With any luck, this third one is going to be enforcing anyway.
But he also needs to get back in there because he needs to poison the stash. So,
okay, back to normal.
So interesting. Okay, so now the heli pilot leaves and the guard comes back in. Everything's settled down, so it makes it a lot easier. In the meantime, Matty also made some nice progress. He collected the second screwdriver and is now draining the stem cell pump, which means He now has nearly column 3 complete, just needs the frying pan, and also 2 tiles on column 5, so that might be what he's going for. And I mean, he has a patient disguise that could be doable for him. In the meantime, Mo also making some nice progress in the row or 2. It gets the poison and only needs with all star disguise and a patient disguise, which is definitely doable.
Yeah, and he did the pacification, which I can't even... Oh, it's the right in the intersection. So that and the heli stash was 2 quick tiles, and now he's on 8 because he became a resort staff, so just 1 to go, and a Soldier's Wallbang.
Yes, indeed. Well, I mean, Matty also just needs sodas, but he needs 3 more tiles. Like, he's gonna pacify the chef, but then he still needs 3 more tiles. The question is how fast he can do that. But it does look like Mo has a slight lead here, but he has to get back into the morgue. He was often close to the morgue, but did never kill Sodas. To be honest, Sodas also the map after Sodas died is quite different, cycles, etc. So I can totally get holding that off till the end. Have the map be how you know it. But he does have to go back to the morgue now, but he has 2 lines complete, so just needs that and exit.
Another reason why Hokkaido is so unique, because Solders being alive or dead changes a lot. But there's Curry with the last tile. I was wondering what Matty would do for the second line. He got the pacification, the frying pan, and in that room he could have got the fugu fish, and then he's just 2 tiles away, but that was not what he did. Unless I missed
True, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, I just noticed, 5 tiles column 5, he has to go column 5. But of course, row 4, row 1 would work just as well. And I mean, the expert mode would also be there. He has a screwdriver. Oh, he doesn't even need that. And so I think row 1 would have been actually really good for him here. Yeah, I agree. But it looks like he's gonna go for column 5. He just, probably just had the same thought as I just, didn't see that. But I agree, row 1 would have looked really good.
Yeah, although Matty will become a handyman fairly quickly, although I'm not sure if this one is free enough. I think he will have to just go back to the different area. My. But Curry going for the... I thought he was going for this
I thought he would go for the heart, no. Okay.
It's the first try, Soldiers.
Oh, bang. And that should be it. He should be out. And Matty! The pilot, he didn't. Oh, well, I settled it. Matty had the pilot going down, and wow.
All the timing at the same time. The ending for Matty, which would not have been a photo finish of sorts, but still a very unfortunate rip for him. But the Curry finish settled this first map.
Yep, indeed. And I'll just set up the second map, also Hokkaido.
Staying in the same map, but still, of course, a new board. And well, chances are lots more other tiles, because we did go for 65 or more tiles in most cases. So at least half the board should be new. We'll see about that.
Yeah, I hope so.
So Curry with the first point, and he's, I guess, a match point already, because if he gets the second one, he wins the match.
Indeed. And otherwise, we'll have a decider, which is going to be Mendoza. No, it's not, right? What is the decider?
Sapienza this time.
Sapienza. I'm so used to every decider being Mendoza, so I just defaulted to Mendoza. But yeah, it's Sapienza. Also, would also be interesting to see. Haven't seen it yet in Bingo either.
Yours is Mendoza, and today's match was Mendoza, but Joker did it in 2 maps, so we are not going to see another one, but we might see a Sapienza for the first time indeed.
Would also be very, very interesting. New board has been generated. Will be exactly 3 minutes till the start of map 2.
And just a score update, and then we'll be perfectly ready for the second map. I did not think about, or we did not think about the daily bingo boards, where would be going then, but at least seems there is some anticipation for that.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I think we just intended it to what do I want to say? We only wanted to do it initially like till the tourney starts, I think.
Yeah.
But well, now the tourney just starts, so people still enjoy it. So I guess we're just gonna keep doing it. So we'll see.
Yeah. Either a restart from Paris or just actual random.
Or randomized or whatever. We'll see.
Curated. No, I don't have the time for that.
It would take a lot of time to balance it out. So
Yeah. Or just some ridiculous ones.
It's fine for a one-time comp, but not every day. That would be too much. Yeah. I'm gonna have a bit of delay. Matty asked for a bit of a longer break, so a few more minutes till we start with map 2, also Hokkaido.
Yep, and it's Matty's turn to even it out. But of course, both players now have experience on this map, so will it take shorter or longer is a good question.
Yeah, I mean, I would guess they're now a bit into it, so could be shorter. But of course, it just very much depends on the board.
Mm-hmm.
You have to even they both know the map, but they just have to get into the board itself each time. So I don't know. You never know what's gonna happen. I think it's gonna be interesting either way.
Yeah, last time around there weren't any suit-specific lines, because I think the one approach we haven't seen is getting into Portman's or Dexter's room to get some tiles. So maybe with this other board we will see something like that.
Yep, could be possible. Yeah. Set us up for the start in 2 minutes.
So we did delay to 58. All right.
58. Yes.
Which means I will refresh them a couple more times before that, because
Do that.
I seem to be having like 30-second segments before a refresh or a buffer.
That's interesting.
But both of them are practicing actually different aspects of the map that didn't work out for them. I guess Curry's is the more interesting, because he did have a significant rip there.
Yeah, he just really wants to get that Doctor Disguise. But I mean, worked out for him now, so it's nice. If that comes up again, which could very well happen.
Yeah.
Now he has a plan for that.
Probably the main difference is that he needs to have a melee item. I think the sub-U is just too loud.
Yeah, that's definitely the case. But one side KO earlier, one one side two, but it does. How does it work? In the end. So okay, 58. It's in 45 seconds. Yeah, remember we have no counter timer sadly, but we have to watch the clock. That also works pretty fine.
Yep. I was thinking how the breaks will do in bingo, but I think everyone likes a couple minute break.
Yeah, that should be totally fine. 50 seconds remaining, and then we can see our board. And we'll all be shaken up, and we'll start from zero pretty much. Okay, there we go. A map board is revealed, and let's see. There are definitely some same tiles, but a lot of new ones as well. So, and of course, all in different positions. So it could be very interesting. Let's see.
Yeah, always good to see some loud tiles blow up the fire extinguisher to cause some havoc, which is in the security room above Yuki's suite.
Yeah. Indeed. I mean, yeah, lots of corners of the map that have to be explored for bingo, which I think makes the game out really really cool.
Yeah.
Kind of have to visit areas that you normally wouldn't go in that often. And yeah, looks to be like both are planning for now.
Matty keeps his sweet start and Yuki kill most likely.
Looks to be the case.
Textbook.
Interested if Mo will go for Morg start again. I mean, it did work out for him in the end. But not sure if he wants to do that again. It's just really hard to get an overview quickly. Just pick out the first tile that you want to go for it, and then pick your way from there, I guess. It looks like Matty is gonna tamper with some toilets.
Oh, but this one will be tricky, so he should probably have to go for another one.
Indeed, that's it's gonna be hard. He did tamper with one toilet, and I mean he started in a suite. I'm not sure why he didn't choose his own toilet. Would have made it quite easy.
I did not remember that there is one there. I mean, it's obvious, but yeah.
I mean, in hindsight, of course, he probably didn't chose to go for that tile before, for actually being in that room. So I totally get that, of course.
So it's a corner tile, which the first one we know from Matty is going to be a tile. Oh, it's a toilet, but with no panel. It's unfortunate for Matty.
No. Oh no! I mean, at some point he will find, but there's a lot of toilets spread around the map, so it should be fine.
Yeah. So one more thing about the corner tile is that it can lead to 3 different lines. The first column, the last row, and of course the diagonal. So we have even less idea about the strategy just yet. So let's probably won't read those 15 tiles.
Indeed. I mean, most strategy is also quite unclear to us yet. But I mean, he just started there again, and so he just become a bodyguard because same as Matty, just because he's there. Why not? It doesn't indicate that they will be included in a line though. I mean, they can plan around that for sure, which is something I'll probably do, but it doesn't tell much yet. But looks like Mo's going for the stem cell pump again, so it might be looking at a row 1 here.
Yeah, the first kind of connection. Although Curry went for the just misremember which corner he went for, but there it is.
And yeah, the tile that he marked, Matty is gonna go for it now. He's gonna turn on the vacuum cleaner.
But to do so,
also be going for row 1.
You know what's the situation with the vacuum cleaner? You need to turn on the high voltage electrical outlet, or how is it called? It's a two-step thingy, and the first one is illegal.
That's interesting. That's pretty unique.
And that was seen by one NPC, but now all 3 are turning away, so that will be a second try is legal. Oh, the other one is illegal as well. Okay.
Wow, that's crazy actually. What a tile, man.
Hardest vacuum cleaner in the trilogy.
Yeah, for sure. Wow. Okay, I didn't know that, so okay. But Mo also figuring that out right now. Interesting that they're both going for row 1, and that's a rip. Oh no, we just went for it, and that did not work out. But now he knows how to turn on that vacuum cleaner. So yeah, both going for row 1 first apparently, and then we'll see what they'll choose in the second line. But it looks like Matty's in the lead for now.
Yeah, 3-minute lead, although just 2 tiles and 1 kill. But it's one of the shorter maps, so it is a significant one as well. Well, short. I think it's not even...
condensed, I would say. And of course, Sodas is a target that can be killed at any point that you want to. So no need to look for timings there, which makes it, which makes that a bit of a commodity. And yeah, I think most guys are gonna go for the same thing again. making his way to the stem cell pump, collect one scalpel, and then be on his way to the vacuum cleaner. And then row 1 looks pretty good.
Yeah, another tile in row 1 which requires extra knowledge, or well, but at least you can figure out upon reaching the tile, because the second wrench is in a cabinet, and for that cabinet you need a crowbar. But I mean, half the time you are coming from that way anyway, so
yeah, that's how it sucks pretty much.
Yeah.
But it's definitely interesting, and Matty did pick up the crowbar now. That's which is required. So I mean, I totally get the process here, and oh, he opened the cabinet. There we go. That's wrench number 2. And I mean, I don't think he has the other scalpel yet, but if he gets the stem cell pump, then he already is pretty much on the way to get his first line completed.
Yes, second try for Curry with the vacuum cleaner, and I think he's worried about that head turn, but now it should be fine.
Which is honestly understandable, but it's a very short action, so he's fine. Very nice. Which makes them both pretty even, but Mo does not have Yuki down yet, and Mo also does not have 2 wrenches.
Yeah, it's such a fascinating situation. Both players know that row 1 is one of the 2 tiles of this match, but they aren't revealing the other one yet, or they don't know yet either. So it's
I mean, yeah,
kind of synchronized.
I assume they both don't. I mean, could be very well that they don't know yet, but definitely going to be interesting, because there's I mean, any other line is still a possibility.
And Matty has arrived at another cabinet for the second scalpel.
Ooh. Yeah, a lot of cabinets going on, cabinet action going on here.
But I think if the cycles are like that, you are fine. I think Matty will be going safe with this another coin throw.
Yeah, which is pretty nice, you know. Coins are so versatile, you know. A lot of things you can do with them. They're very useful for distractions. May just have to find a way out of here with all the enforcers around.
Yeah, bodyguard is not a good disguise at this part of the
everywhere, but a lot of enforcers, of course. I mean, that's how the guy's balancing works in Hitman, right? So.
Yeah, season 1 got that very right. Well, and of course there are the intentionally OP ones like Helmet.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, interesting. Matty now has row 1 completed, looking very good. Looks like Mo's just gonna wait on Yuki here. He definitely doesn't want to miss her, because you know when he does, his opportunities to kill her are quite limited. I'm sorry, quite limited. So he's just gonna really want to bank the sauna here. But that's that does take a lot of time. So
You know what? I think it makes sense for one reason in Bingo, because if you let the timer run and the cycles progress, you can read the tile. You read the board better.
It's a very good point. You know, you don't really have much wasted time in that sense, because you always can you need a lot of thinking time, and every time that you are not actively playing, as long as you're not, you can just use the thinking time, which is I think it's really useful.
Yeah. Matty, at last, gets the second public toilet for the second panel. And that is panel number 6.
Let's see, he might go for column 1 then, which means... So the skill list is in Yuki's room, his bodyguard. Oh my god! Oh, that was a full whoosh bar.
Oh, I'm so sorry to everyone.
And another one! No! Are you behind? I'm sorry then.
Yeah, I just spoiled everything, but I mean, it's not your fault.
Oh my, man. Oh my. That was unnecessary, Matty. That was very unnecessary. He got a full whoosh bar, then he got away, and then he wanted for some reason to jump around that and outplay the hospital actor that way. Could just gone around, but yeah, that's gonna set him back by a lot. He was looking really, really good on track.
Yeah, Matty was ahead by far, and just one more enforcer to... Well, it's not the last objective or the thing in this map, but he's getting closer, because I think he had a wrench already, of course, so the cold water and the organ room temperature can also be tampered with.
Yep. Which would have definitely been possible, you know. And let's see what's he gonna do now. He's gonna get this time he's gonna take the toilet panel. He knows what he wants to do. You know, of course, second try always gonna be a bit fast, a bit more optimized. But let's see how Mo's gonna progress here. We still have no clue what his second line is going to be. Can only speculate. I mean, he looks like he might want to become the helicopter pilot. It's also a tile. Oh well, maybe not.
Lots to think about. Oh, and it's a private room,
yeah.
so just going to get
Private
interrupted
room.
there.
Yep. Got spotted by the pilot, but he's gonna walk out. So looks like we're just gonna poison the pill stash. So we might look at a column 3 here. Maybe
Cleaver and the Fugu fish are kind of close by. Of course, not the one in the morgue, but the second one. So after getting to the morgue, you could go to the sushi preparing place.
Yep, very good point. And also wrench. So it might be very good. It might be a very nice route to collect. Of course, Portman's journal would be a thing though. That you have to get. It's not that simple.
Yeah, for that you would need Portman or as a bodyguard. You can approach it from Yuki's suite. Some extra time, but
right from Yuki's suite. Yeah, like man, the disguise and like system in Hokkaido is a bit complicated with what disguise is allowed in which room, and I'm not sure which disguise would be allowed in Portman's room. I know that of course Portman is, and the doctors are as well.
And maybe the director, but I'm not even sure about that one either.
Yeah, I just know about the doctors, but other than that, I have no idea. I mean, he is kind of going for Mo is kind of going for a doctor, so that, you know, might be the intent here.
Probably. Could be a bit roundabout way, but also it's a way to get the scalpers easier if he doesn't trust the sounds.
He really does not, apparently. Looks like he's just thinking about this one. In the meantime, looks like Matty triggered the brain chip thingy, and I'm not sure what that is for. For this one, okay. Yeah.
Because he wanted to get the enforcers away, so he can enter this room.
It makes a lot of sense. With default order, that's a pretty smart way to get that, and also can have a free soda skill there as well. So yeah, that's pretty nice. Pretty well done. He optimization on the first column. On pretty much the second line there, and now he's gonna work on his first row again. And he's like, yeah, Matty very efficient. He knows exactly what he wants to do. Doesn't really require much more thinking time. Just gonna go for it.
Oh, but the other doctor still sees it.
I was worried about that and the sound. Yeah. Oh man, I was worried about that. Damn.
That doesn't always
he
happen.
was really efficient.
Yeah. But I think it was a very unfortunate part of the cycle, and Curry with an empty room gets the scalpels, gets one, and now there's a second one. Yeah.
I thought he might get might catch up to Curry. Could have been close, but now it's really set back again. Of course, that's gonna hurt him.
Yeah, it was great to see Matty's optimization basically catching up with Curry, and I mean, it would have been really close, and I think even Matty could have got the end, because Curry hasn't been this far into the run, so could be a bit unsure about the finish. But we'll get the second objective now. And 3 tiles to go. It's public patient journal for Portman's journal, anyway. And then these two cutting or knife-like tiles.
Indeed. Quite interesting. I mean, yeah, said Matty quite efficient with his routing by now, but Mo just, it's already 10 minutes in, so looks like slow and steady might win the race once again. But of course, we don't want to say that too early. Still 3 tiles left. A lot of stuff that can go wrong. Gonna wait for this enforcer. No risks here. Just steady waiting. Really don't want to screw it up now after 10 minutes into it. That's nothing you want.
Good point about the cleaver. I mean, it's not an easy one to get in the morgue as well. Maybe Curry's on no cleavers at the moment. I guess we'll see after the Fugu fish, which is certainly the tile he's going for.
Yep. There we go. That's some nice Fugu fish poison. And I mean, I'm not sure if he did get that. I mean, we'll see in his inventory if he has 2 cleavers or 1 cleaver or whatever.
It's a good part, yeah.
We'll see then. Yeah, and of course Matty doing his best to try and catch up with that. Depending on how much, yeah, probably I think we'll probably just looked up cleavers, I guess. So or the journal could also very well be.
Yeah, one last check at heat maps for those 2 tiles, and he's going towards the morgue again. So
yeah, I assume he's gonna pick up the cleaver there, and he's looking pretty good.
If you can get through this door.
Oh.
So yeah, there is the cleaver on instinct, but
yeah, that's not that's a bit enforcing going on here.
Not an easy one, yeah.
So to get them away a bit, probably just gonna knock out one Morgue Doctor or like get one Morgue Doctor away. It would be a sensible method, but he has to be careful. Maybe not careful, but the woman is there. It might seem a bit scary. It should totally be fine.
Right. So if anyone wondering why there was some conversation about Soder's poison or how to do it remotely. Well, you can't anymore because the lady just stands there forever.
Yep, which is kind of weird, but that's how it is. And okay, Mo now turning another Morgue Doctor around as well. Got the cleaver, and it's gonna be his penultimate tile. I only need the journal now. Only needs the journal now. But Matty also trying his best to get a very speedy one in here.
Yeah, Matty on 5 tiles already. It's 4 to go and 1 kill.
And I mean, the tiles left aren't that complicated, to be honest. So like, when he turns this on, he needs the other scalpel. But it's the sort of skillless in bodyguard disguise is pretty easy. And then this could be tricky. Yes. That's a different playstyle. Matty's taking a bit more risky, but I was afraid that would happen. As the guard walking in his range.
One thing about this one is very important. Players do know where the other person stands, so this is why Curry is taking it very slow and steady, and this is why Matty is really risky at the moment. And Matty really wanted to speed this one up, and if he did, it might have been close, but of course now Curry is on 8 out of 9 tiles and just 1 to go, and Matty has to restart again, and his only hope is a Curry restart. Yep.
Which is also really interesting that it's different from what we normally see with roulette. That they if you have the nerves of not knowing where your opponent is. Here you know where your opponent is, but it's which makes it for a completely different experience. Just play style on the go as well. It might be interesting, but yeah, looks like Mo might just go through Suzuki Suite and climb around to get Portman's journal. That's probably actually the fastest way. Not having to get another disguise or something.
It's
nice.
It's just the best way. If you are 13.5 minutes ahead and have all those tiles to Matty's one, sometimes you just have to take these 100% safe risks. Say 100% safe methods, which have no risk.
Yep. Indeed. And as a reminder, Mo is 1-0 up. So, as you can see on the stream, and if he takes this, then he will move on to round 3.
And he found the patient journal. It shows us as well to be extra safe.
Yes, it is the correct journal. Very well done. And he did not destroy the gondola, so that's an exit that's available to him. And that should be GG then.
Yep, very nicely done. It's a 2-0, but one of the closer 2-0s so far, because it's just such a back and forth this time around, with Matty being the faster one after the restart for sure, and just always finding that one rip. He couldn't quite finish it and save it to a decider. So it's a Curry 2-0, and congratulations to him.
Congratulations, very nice match, GG. Both maps were decently close. Matty could have also won them, but in the end he just got spotted once too often, ripped once too often. So, well, that is that. And yeah, really, really well done.
Yeah, and I showed the brackets now.
Yes, I'll update the score really quickly, but
yeah, it's all good. We can see it as well that the 6th of the second round matches is now concluded, and Curry is through to the quarterfinals, and he will play either Mr. Mike or his opponent, his to-be-decided opponent, Barbecue or Cakeinator, in round 1. So, bit of a wait for Curry, but don't want to share too much, but he is away for a couple of days anyway, so this is what he planned with, so we'll see him at least once more again. And this of course means the upcoming matches can be checked now as well. And there we go, next match starting at 3 p.m. Central European Time. Tomorrow it is the reschedule of Mendo vs Pujero, hopefully both feeling better by then. And then 3 a.m. is the match following that, Barbecue vs Cakeinator, the first real late night American match. Well, Barbecue is American and Cakeinator is from Japan, of course. And two more scheduled for the following days or the later half of this week. But of course, 15 more or so matches to go until the final next Saturday. Plenty of roulette, of course. But this is the end of this match, and Curry advances, and thank you to both him and MattySpice for playing. Thank you, Yanni, for adminning and joining me on the co-cast.
No problem. Pleasure.
Pleasure for me as well. So, yeah, that's it from us today, and thank you for watching, everyone, and see you.
Bye-bye.